Today I am bringing you another update video. In these videos, I try and do them about once a month. It's been a little bit over a month since I did my last update video, but I wanted to give you guys an update just about the channel, about my diet, and about just kind of overall life in general. I'm kind of juggling a lot of different things, so I like to keep you guys in the loop. So I'll go ahead and get into my channel updates first, and then I will do the diet updates and then life updates. So first thing, I have been having a little bit more time on my hands just because I have less projects going on, but I wanted to kind of give a disclaimer about my channel videos in general because I've been watching more of my videos and I'm noticing how some of the videos can come across. So I don't put disclaimers in my videos saying like I'm not sponsored by companies or whatever, because I share a lot of different companies, most of which I don't like. So I guess there's not really a need to say that it's not sponsored, because I guess if I was sponsored, then I would probably only say nice things about the companies. I don't know. But I usually don't say some sort of disclaimer that it's not sponsored. So even if I don't say it's not sponsored, that doesn't mean that it's sponsored. But I realized when I was watching back some of the videos that I did for like what I eat in a day, I think in particular it was the unbun video, that I was reading the macros for the first time on, I think, the tortillas. And it sounded very scripted, the way that I was saying, like, what? It's only one net carb. It sounded very insincere, but I actually was genuinely surprised because I hadn't looked at the macros on those tortillas. I had looked at like the macros for the buns, but I didn't look on the tortillas. So that reaction, it sounded like it was part of a script or something, like, oh wow, only one net carb, but I was legitimately surprised. Sometimes I think that my voice doesn't, like my tone doesn't get the message across, that like the feeling that I'm having. So when I was watching that video back, I was just like, oh wow, that sounds like so insincere, but it actually was super sincere. So I just wanted to let you guys know I'm not getting sponsored by anybody. If I do get sponsored by somebody, I'll let you know. But with me and my channel being as small as it is, nobody's looking to sponsor me. I do reach out to companies because I like to do reviews on different companies. Even before I had a channel, I would buy a lot of products from companies, keto companies, and I'd waste a lot of money. And I would always wonder, why aren't people doing reviews on these companies? Because they're so expensive and they're not worth it. So even before my channel, I was always trying new products. That's just something I like to do. So now that I do have a channel, I do reach out to companies and ask them if they'll send me any products. Most of the time I don't hear anything back. Sometimes I do hear back, but that doesn't affect my opinion about the actual products, because it's nice to save the money to not have to purchase the product, but I was going to get the product no matter what, and I was going to review it no matter what. So I thought I would just share that just so you guys know. I'm always sharing my honest opinion, and I'm not trying to, I don't care if another company is selling a bunch of products, like Chompies, for example. I talk about Chompies so much, and it probably sounds like they're paying me, but companies that I'm really passionate about, that I think are doing good things, I talk about a lot, because there are so many companies out there that are not producing good products, and they're talked about all the time. And I find like it's so unfair to consumers to not hear about companies that are actually doing good things. Now, I did just find out that Chompies rolls and bagels lower ketones, which I did not realize before. So even a product that I talk about all the time, Chompy's bread, is not perfect by any means. I mean, their sliced bread has always raised my ketones, but their other products I didn't even realize were lowering my ketones. I should have realized because I was feeling sluggish, but I did actually just do a ketone test about their bagels. I think it was last week. So check that out if you haven't seen it, because I do kind of go over the ingredients and what I think lowers my ketones and stuff like that. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of let you guys know, if I was being paid by a company to talk about a product, I would let you know that I was being paid. But even if I was being paid, I would still give my honest opinion. And if let's say, I don't know if this happens, but let's say they will only pay me if I say something positive about their products, but I don't like their products, I'm just not going to work with the company like that. Not even to say that anyone's going to approach me in the future, but I just want you guys to know kind of like my mindset about keto products in general, and kind of how they interact with YouTube channels that I have seen. I don't like products being pushed on me, and I hope you guys don't feel like I'm doing that. I'm trying to share the different products that I'm trying, just so you have a little more information about what's out there, what you have available to you, my thoughts about it, to hopefully help you make a decision about if you want to pursue it. I don't care if you pursue any of the keto products I try, but I want to try and help get information out there about these products so that no one gets burned like I have, where I spend $60 on keto baked goods and they all ended up in the trash. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys can see my intention behind the things that I share, because I really don't have an ulterior motive other than just wanting to share. I like sharing things I'm passionate about, and keto is something I'm passionate about. That's why I started my channel. I didn't start a channel to make money because I did not think I would even get monetized. So a company sponsoring me is the furthest thing from my mind, and has always been. You know, I don't think that's something that would happen, but if it does happen, I'm still going to give you my honest opinion. I'm not a very good liar, so if I said something that I felt wasn't true, you guys would be able to tell anyways. So what's the point? Okay, so something else that is going to be happening on my channel is this December, I am going to be doing my very first Vlogmas. I've heard about Vlogmas. I think it's a really neat idea. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of work, but I'm going to have like a week off from work towards the tail end of the month. But, and I'm not planning on doing family events just because of everything going on. So, I'm thinking that I'm going to have the time to do Vlogmas, and I think it would be a lot of fun. You guys will be able to see a little bit more about what's going on in my life outside of keto. It's going to be obviously more vlog style. You know, what I eat in a day is probably going to be more daily than the week compilation that I do. So yeah, I'm planning on doing that. Thank you to Jackie Does Keto for bringing it up to me and encouraging me to do it. I really appreciate that encouragement. And if you guys haven't seen Jackie Does Keto, she has a YouTube channel here too. She's so sweet and lovely, and she's doing awesome. She is like so on top of her stuff. She's exercising and she's eating right, and she's doing great things. So definitely check out her channel if you haven't already, because she's just a really lovely person. Okay, so my diet has been so frustrating. I've been overeating and not really not paying attention to what I'm eating so much. I'm still eating keto, but just like way too much keto. And I have increased probably a little bit more than 5 pounds. Next week, I'm going to implement a different approach to portion control, because basically my approach is like, I think that looks right. So I'm going to apply an actual approach to portion control because that's something I really, really struggle with. And I'm hoping that it's going to be successful along with my new way of tracking the food I eat. So hoping to improve my diet going forward, but I have been having quite a few migraines lately. Um, I'm thinking it's because of chicory root fiber. I have tried a couple products that have chicory root fiber in it, and I know that messes with my ketones in the Smart Sweets products, but it doesn't in Rebel. So I'm thinking it depends on the quantity of the chicory root fiber, and considering how awful I have felt after having some of these newer products with chicory root fiber in it, I think I'm just going to steer clear from it. So I'm probably going to switch to Enlightened ice cream again, even though I think Rebel has like more fun flavors. I think I'm going to switch back to Enlightened just because they don't use chicory root fiber. So I'm thinking it might be just like safer for my overall uh, well-being and health. So that's kind of what I've ascertained from all the migraines I've been having and how awful I've been feeling. I also have stopped drinking the Diet Dr. Peppers. I think something in those dark diet sodas give me migraines, so I'm gonna try and stick to the Clear American. Those don't seem to give me any issues, even though the ingredients look very similar. I don't really understand it, but I've just noticed that when I have one Diet Dr. Pepper, I get a headache. There was one night that I had two, not a night. There was one day I had two, and I got a really bad migraine. So I think I'm gonna stick to like ice or clear American instead of the colas. So with the portion control that I'm planning on implementing starting this coming week, I want to also go back to the zero carb kind of way of eating. So I'm going to switch back to pork meats, and some sort of fatty dessert. So I had meal prepped a couple different forms of cheesecakes, and so I did a cheesecake fluff and then also like a crustless cheesecake with mascarpone and cream cheese. So I plan on having that during the week as my dessert, and the Evergood sausages like I used to in my slim downs. So I'm hoping that's going to kind of help me lean out a little bit because I have, like I said before, gained at least 5 pounds. I didn't weigh myself today, so it might be more than that. I just really have been exhausted from tracking and have been trying to focus on feeling good rather than weight loss. And what has happened is because I haven't been focusing on weight loss, I'm starting to not feel good in my body because I'm gaining a little bit of weight. So they kind of go hand in hand, and I need to try and figure out how to synchronize both of them because if I'm not paying attention to losing weight, I tend to gain weight, and then I don't tend to feel my best. So I'm trying to find that balance, but it's really hard. Another thing that I think is going to help my diet is for my birthday, my boyfriend got me a food sensitivity test. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and am just too cheap to purchase it. And my boyfriend was very thoughtful and purchased it for me because he knew I was never going to do it, even though I really, really wanted it. So I will have a video about doing the actual test and going over the results. But I'm really excited to implement what I learned from the food sensitivity test to my diet and see if it actually helps. I don't know if it'll help just in the way I feel or if it will also help in weight loss, but I'm excited to be able to try something new. Okay, so if you saw my last update video a little more than a month ago, I had said that my brother had agreed to move in with me, and he did move in, and it's been really nice having him here. My boyfriend's really loving having him around. It's so funny because my brother just really, he's always in high spirits, and he's always joking around, and he's a lot of fun to have around. We've been watching some TV shows together and just relaxing more. It's been nice with all the work that I did in September and October. It just feels nice to be able to relax some and just enjoy the time now. So, with that being said, I have not given up on my projects. You can see I have some stuff going on here. I'm working on a couple of things right now, which I should probably just focus on one thing and do that, but sometimes I'm not in the mood to deal with one thing, so I go and work on something else. But I'm in the process of putting up a barn door for my bathroom door, and then once I get that figured out, I am going to put a barn door in the bathroom that I had remodeled, which is the bathroom that my brother is using. So because the bathrooms are small, I wanted to remove the door taking up space within the bathroom to make it feel a little bit more spacious. So that's what I'm doing here. I've had some issues trying to find some studs in the wall. So I found a high strength magnet to find the nails in the studs that are in the wall, because my stud finders are being really weird. So I'm trying to find another method. So that has to arrive from Amazon, I think, next week, and then I can pick up this project again and get it all hung and everything. I feel like everything I do in my place is just like such a project, like the littlest things. I was working on replacing the faucet in my kitchen, and it's probably because I've never done these things before, but every little thing that I want to do is just like, it takes hours to figure out. So, I had changed the garbage disposal, and, then there was a leak, and then I fixed the leak, and then we ran the dishwasher, and the dishwasher got backed up, because I didn't remove this dishwasher stopper. So then I had to do that, but I had already the garbage disposal attached to the sink. So I was trying to remove the dishwasher stopper without detaching the garbage disposal, and it was just, it's a whole thing. So I feel like even the tiniest tasks, like changing out a sink faucet, which shouldn't be all that hard, is just difficult for me because I have to research it, then I have to try it out, and I figure a lot of things out by trial and error, so trying to make sure I don't do any damage. Luckily, with like the water that I'm dealing with, it hasn't caused any negative damage. There's some water that comes out here and there, but I have towels down and I have buckets down to catch any, large amounts of water, but I don't let the water sit or anything, so it's not going to be causing any water damage. But it's just stressful, and I get very frustrated. So, any project that I'm doing is just kind of taxing on me mentally and physically. So I'm trying to break it up and do things slowly. So I finally changed out the sink faucet in my bathroom downstairs, and the garbage disposal was a big deal because the sink on the side of the garbage disposal was actually getting backed up. So I'm glad I was able to do that, I think yesterday. So now I have to do the kitchen sink faucet just because it looks old and dingy. But yeah, so I'm working on some things. I also have to paint the stairwell, like, hand area for the banister, because that got all tore up with the contractor. Let me know if you want me to do a video about the remodel process. I could do a video about like a first time homebuyer process and like the things that I learned. And then also I could do a video about what I've learned from like hiring workers and just that experience as a whole, because I have gone through quite a bit of stuff with my the contractor I had mentioned to you guys a few times that was really cheap. There was a reason why he was cheap. So I had gone through some things with him, and it was very stressful, and I can go over kind of the whole experience if you guys are interested. Maybe I could do that for Vlogmas because there's so many days to fill. Let me know if you guys are interested in videos like that. So another thing that's just kind of going on in life in general is there's kind of a split with my family about this whole virus situation, because like half of my family are very firm believers that we need to be cautious, we need to wear our masks, we're not visiting one another because we're trying to be safe, and we aren't even, you know, meeting up and doing social distancing. We are not meeting up at all, and we are just keeping our distance. And then is another side of the family that is going and visiting my grandma and not wearing masks and you know, hugging people and all these things. And don't get me wrong, I would love to be doing those things, but my grandma's health is more important than my desires or needs right now. So that's why I don't do those things. I was going to go visit her this weekend, but all last week I was feeling a little under the weather. I don't know if it was just because I was feeling run down from the projects I was doing, or if I had caught a cold or something. I just wasn't sure, but I was feeling off, so I didn't go see her this weekend. And I was going to see her not just to visit, but I was going to see if she needs groceries, because I haven't been over there probably in over a month. So it's just disheartening that, you know, I'm trying to be cautious and careful for the best for my family to be healthy. I want them to live long lives. And I know not everyone is being so cautious, and that's fine. You know, it's everybody's choice. And my grandma can obviously tell people, you know, I would feel more comfortable if you wore your mask, but she's not the kind of person that would do that. She has a hard time saying no. So it's just sad. There's a bit of a divide in my family right now. So with that being said, I'm not going to do any holidays this year. So there is going to be a Thanksgiving with my family, but I'm not going to go to it because it's a gathering, and I know a good part of the people there are not going to be wearing masks, and I personally am not comfortable with that. But also, I don't want to participate in socializing with an 86-year-old woman and not protecting her. So that's my choice, and whatever other people do is up to them, and that's all I have control over. But it's going to be a bummer to also not be able to visit with family over the holidays. So I'm going to try and figure out some sort of way to be able to see them, if it's FaceTime or a Zoom call or something, because, you know, seeing family on the holidays is pretty much the only time I see all my family together. So it'd be nice to be able to see everybody, but in a safe way. So trying to work out the kinks of that. And my family doesn't plan so well, so I'm probably going to have to organize that. So it's just something that I'm having to come to terms with, the divide with my family, and then also not having normal holidays. So yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer, but until the situation kind of improves, that's my reality. I want to end on a positive note, but I don't know what that note would be. I think life in general is going pretty well. I feel like, you know, the hardest parts are behind me. I did have my 30th birthday, and I didn't know if I was going to start feeling awful immediately. And then I got like this weird cold thing, and I was like, oh no, is this because I'm 30? So it's been interesting, but, you know, I'm still getting around. I'm still doing stuff around here, doing projects and stuff. I feel like I probably have a reason to be tired, but I'm kind of not realizing it. So I don't know. I think life is good, and I'm happy I'm able to enjoy life to the extent that I am, because I know not everybody is so fortunate. So trying to keep a positive attitude and do the best that I can with what I have. I still have a job, and I'm very excited about that. And things have worked out with my new place, and I'm very, very grateful for that because I feel like it was touch and go there for a little bit. But yeah, so that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate you guys spending your time with me. Really, really appreciate it. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.